Well, good morning. So what I wanted to do today, I don't really have the camera set up to go into a full-on pre-trip with you, but I want to show you some of the highlights, the big things. I mean, you check your fluids, which we've done, your washer fluid, your coolant level, your fuel, your oil level. You're going to check that. But some things that some people don't really think about all the time. I'm not saying maybe some people think about it all the time, but I know that it became a part of my process, and it's something that you might, when you're learning about your pre-trip, you're like, oh well, yeah, but will I really do that every day? And I'm going to tell you why you should do it every day. So let's check this out. Okay, so we're going to take a look at the glad hands and make sure that the glad hand seal is where it needs to be. So we're making sure that it's present, that it's actually in there. I'll tell you why in a second, other than, well, duh, it needs to be there. I'll leave that right there for a minute. I'll put it right correctly. We're checking the glad hand seals. I'll fix those in a minute. So one day I woke up and I checked my hoses. And this guy right here was missing. Somebody had taken it. I guess while I was sleeping, I don't know. Somebody had taken it because it was completely gone. It wasn't warped or frayed or damaged. It was gone. So that's a really, really big one. There's a lot of things on your pre-trip that you're going to think to yourself, well, I don't really need to do that every day or whatever. But I'm telling you, that's a big one. I'm going to put Louie right here so I get my flashlight. Okay, so the next biggest one is, and I'd say could be potentially the biggest one, because one of my biggest fears out here is losing a trailer. And what you're going to do is you're going to take your flashlight and you're going to get under the trailer. Well, there's a knuckle right back there. And you're going to make sure that that knuckle is wrapped around the kingpin. And that, because if not, if somebody has pulled your fifth wheel handle, then that knuckle will be released. And people like to play around out here, and that's not funny. So I would say that is a really big point that you need to look at when you're doing your pre-trip. It's really early in the morning, but I wanted to do one of these videos because I know that people tend to check their fluids, people tend to check their tires. The walk around checking the lights are easy, but I'd say my 3 or 4 biggest points is be sure you check those glad hand seals, make sure that they're there, because I swear to God somebody's took one of mine. It was gone entirely. Next up, the fifth wheel and kingpin, making sure that lock and jaw is that second, because there's actually two. There's one that comes around the kingpin, and then another one that locks that little one that you saw me circle in the video there. And then of course just walking around checking the tires and checking the lights. But those are pretty easy ones. This is just a very nonchalant. This is not a full in-depth pre-trip or anything like that. But I did want to point out the glad hand still missing. Check that, and then and the fifth wheel. The other stuff people tend to automatically do: fluids, lights, tires. But figured I'd just pass on some information, because that would have been a bad ride. I was 46,000 pound beer load. Would have been a bad ride if my line would have popped off while I was rolling through the mountains. So until next time, drive on, driver. Y'all stay safe out there.